Oh, I got their 2 bottles of water, and I forgot that one of mine because I wrapped it in a paper towel because it was wet or damp straight out of the. Sorry, Ray Jane, don't jump. Have a good one. Don't jump. Have a good day. Don't jump. You say hello. You don't jump. Hey. Right there. Come on. You say hello, you don't jump. Come here. Say hello, you don't jump. Go. Right there, right there. Dink. Go. Okay, sit right there. Sit. Sit. Stay. Dinky. Go. Right there. Get over here. Go. Good morning. Okay. Somebody right there. Sit. 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 Stay. Stay. Go. Oh. She had to jump over that little puddle. I hit a hole in there. Well, give me the ball. Come on, give me the ball. Come on. You want me to throw it? Come on. You can't dribble it. Well, give me the ball. Yeah, okay, in between those trees. I don't want to go in that spot. That's where the smell is or whatever in the earth. Let's put this. Shucks. We always put it right here though. Yeah, I brought their 2 bottles and I forgot mine, and it's sitting on the counter wrapped up in a paper towel. Oh, let's go over here. You got the bottles right here. Wrapped up in a paper towel because it was just coming out of the fridge and it was kind of like damp, the condensation and stuff, so I put a paper towel around it so I could put it in this little pocket right here. And of course I left the pocket empty for that reason, because I put their extra bottle in my pouch right here, and in the water bottle carrier right here is the other one. Is, you know what, I need to get a big Dink. I Need to get a big Dink. Dink, come. Dink. So I can, like a jug, a gallon. I need a gallon carrier. I mean, besides just carrying a big gallon of water, you know, the actual thermos type water bottle deals. That with a strap, or look for a strap that just will strap up a gallon water bottle, and that would even be cheaper. And I just buy $1 with something. It used to be 99 cents, but buy a gallon of water and put the little strap around it, and then boom, carry it. You know, but yeah, that would be a lot cheaper. Just to get a little strap. Or make one. I'm not smart enough to do that. I put the water up there. This is a new spot. I'll put it right there. But there's dog shit there. But for that reason, because there's like dog shit there, that's why one of the reasons I started like picking up my dog's waste was well, mainly when I was educated, or when I learned that it can be harmful for like other dogs and stuff, etc. But also, you know, it can't be, but there's a chance. So the harm of other dogs was my first deterrent, because dogs, especially mine, mean more to me than anything, I guess. They've never done me wrong. Dink! Get out there. Let's go. Dink. Dink. You know, I just said, and dogs have never done me wrong, and it's, again, especially mine. But so, you know, you have a pet, you have a dog, you know, and it lives in your house, and you know, and you don't have a yard. You have to take your dog, you know, to go to the bathroom and stuff, etc. But you have a dog. You don't want your dog to mess in the house, you know. That's a no-no. And now your dog, you know, however, is like potty trained, but has to take a shit, you know what I'm saying? And the dog knows not to shit in the house, and don't want, let's say, and doesn't even want to shit in the house, but like, well, again, it has to shit. You know, if you ever had to go to the bathroom, the dog has to shit, and he can't open the door. It can't open the door. So you know what? It's gonna shit right, well, wherever. And if it's frightened, if it's learned, you know, to be like frightened of shitting in the house because people beat the hell out of them, or you know, and rub their nose in it, and you know, there's all scenarios. The dog will try to hide, you know what I'm saying, and shit in the house, because it knows that it's not supposed to, and it's a bad thing or whatever, and it will be punished, you know, or whatever. So the dog will hide, you know. But a dog that hasn't been punished or whatever and has to go to the bathroom, it will go to the bathroom. Well, of course, like outside, it will kind of find a place, but it will just go to the bathroom. And like my dogs, for me, I live in an apartment. I don't have a yard, especially like a doggy door and stuff or whatever. And it's my responsibility to make sure, that they go outside, regardless if I open the door and say go potty, or if I literally take them outside. And it's my responsibility to make sure that happens. So if they do it in the house, it's not their fault. It's my fault. But for that note, again, I started picking it up because it's bad for dogs, and it's just it can make a mess. It can be very messy. People can step in it. And like at the park here, the lawnmowers can, and if it's in somebody's yard, the lawnmowers can hit it, and it can do just all kind of stuff, shit at the fan, I don't like. I'll pick them up. I'll pick it up. Again, mainly for the dogs, but then also for like people that have to deal with it. Like in some cases, other people will have to like pick it or scoop it up and and stuff. But won't or don't. But so I remember just walking by a new area, but I remember in the beginning when we first started, Mary Jane, and this is from 3 years ago till today, we'd be walking by or whatever, or she would pee, and then like people in the house, for whatever reason, it's weird, but like they're would be watching, and not like, again, they're like watching for like my dogs, but they're watching and see me and the dogs out there or whatever, and their first reaction is, I need to pick up all my dog shit, or make sure I pick up, and it's like, especially if their little yard strip or whatever of the sidewalk right there, grass is full of dog shit, because like dogs just shit there, and but like it was my fault that there was a bunch of shit, and I'm think. But that's another reason, like, where I wear the camera, because people like that, and especially when you got people like that, and they want to be rude and even violent, because you have a dog and there's dog shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait a minute. Just because there's dog shit there and I have a dog doesn't mean that I'm responsible for that. Sorry. And like there was one woman, and I kind of got the video, I believe it, and on my street, at the end of my street, right across from where Miss Dinky's family is, and Jose, the lady was pulling into her drive or whatever, and stopped, blocking the sidewalk way, because I'm walking on the sidewalk in that direction, and she stopped right in the middle of the sidewalk in the little driveway entrance area, and she just jumped on, and opened the door and just sat there with the door open in her little minivan, and started like pointing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, you need to clean up your. I was like, yeah, you need to do something else, because that's not mine, and you need to not try to block me or try to tell me that I need to do something. Especially, and I was tapping my camera. I was like, and that's why I got a camera here, and that's why you see me carrying a bag of shit, because I have picked up my dogs. And Mary Jane, she wants her to chase her. Go get her, Dinky. Go get her, Dink. Get her, Dink. Dink, go get her. Go get Mary Jane, Dink. I was saying that. Mary Jane's like, nope, I'll do it. Well, and then of course, well, I remember the silly ones, the real silly ones, the people that really just go out of their way to be scumbags. Oh yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Go get yours.